name is Monique Cottrell, and I'm a director of the Rescue Package Foundation.
My name is Simone Ignat, the founder and the director of the Rescue Package Foundation.
I've been a part of the foundation approximately 10 years. I want to talk to you about some of the things that we do at the Rescue Package Foundation. We just love children, and so much of our work has to do with children.
The Rescue Package Foundation is involved in several projects in our community. We also are at Dare to Care, where we do a mentorship program for the children there every third Saturday of each month. And what we're trying to do is to teach them about the love of God, help them to understand that having a relationship with God can help them and to change their lives.
Then we are in the Majestic Gardens community. We do a feeding program at their basic school, do a Bible ACES, which is a Sunday school for them every last Sunday and first Sunday of the month.
They must support DuPont Primary, here in basic school. And of course, what a lot of people don't know, Rescue Package Foundation supporting a lot of ministers.
We also do a mentorship program for the DuPont Primary children that are in grade 6 to enter into high school.
I am Beverly Tyndale, the principal of Majestic Garden Basic School. The rescue package come to our rescue about 3 years ago, and we look forward to see them every other Thursday. I must say Majestic Garden Basic School is blessed by the rescue package.
In association are helping to do feeding program at the Majestic Gardens Basic School for about 3 years. There was a need for a lunch program, so we started.
My name is Andrew Rowe, principal of DuPont Primary Infant School.
The reason we chose DuPont Primary is we were already in that community, because if you notice how strategic, I believe it's considered because we're in Painland at Caring Basic. Then we're introduced to Majestic Gardens Basic. Then we're introduced to DuPont, so it's in the same area. If you even look at it, it's utterly like a circle.
And I'm excited to talk about the process. They wanted to be involved with a school that they could make a difference and change. What they started out doing, they donated over $500,000 worth of books to grade 3 students. And we're talking about books that have been left at the grade level, so it means that's a gift that keeps giving.
The book stay for the whole year, and sometimes your cousin come get the book, and yeah man, you have to find a way to save it,
They've not stopped there. So every year after that, they followed that to students, and at the grade level that the students go, they're going to be donating books. So
We're introduced to the fund by Derek Cottrell. As I was saying before, we were looking for another project, and then Derek told us about the fund, and we said, okay, let's have a meeting with Mr. Rowe, and the rest is history. We have raised funds for the children at DuPont Primary for the last 2 years. I think this will be our 3rd year raising funds for the children. They were coming from grade 3, where they were below 50% in passes in the literacy and numeracy exams. However, since they have gotten the books, they are now up to 80% in passes. We give God thanks. Amen.
When you meet Mr. Rowe, you realize how passionate he is about his children.
Mr. Rowe had to go into the community, go take out the children, because they must send them from school. We asked him, what are the areas that you're having issues with? And he told us that the numeracy and literacy test was an issue.
And the rest is history.
And the rest is
We have been working with DuPont Primary School ever since.
The literacy level at the grade levels that they've gone through have risen. This year, for literacy, we have gone from 70% mastery to 80% mastery. Every time we've called, they've been present. Just found out that for GSAT, we are one of the schools that have averages over the national average. We found out that in the Gleaner yesterday. Shared that with Mrs. Mignon, and of course she was elated over the information. So their involvement with us really just continues to help us to grow. The Rescue Package Foundation is highly spiritual. They are a spiritual group, and so they look at morals. They are very concerned about right and wrong, and just social development. And so the parents are benefiting in a serious way from all of that. They've had workshops for men. They've had workshops for women. They do source some of the most interesting persons to assist us. We've had our PTA meeting on one occasion where Lieutenant Stitchy was the presenter.
Speaking, I know say, well, your mother and father come and my mother and father can come, so we're going to build the fire and our mother and father come. I will get 100%, but you will get a very high response. And then if the parents that were not here will be influenced by those who are going, because everybody is going to start out and pick, you're not going to start out with people. Bring the parents together for the class. All the parents are in the class and make them elect somebody and also somebody second and whatever it is. You see? And maybe set it on the day when you have when you generally have parent-teacher meeting, and then come that day and each class group together at that time and select it.
We began to look at the parents as a part of the whole package of what we do, because it is important that our parents are stable, that they are able to function in how they treat their children, what it is that they say to their children, and how they contribute to the overall development.
We got to hear some of the songs, but parents were very excited, and I tell you, that was one for the books. And that is how the Rescue Package Foundation brings it when they come. They usually total just involvement, everything that they can possibly do to assist us, they do.
I am Pastor Ranmark, and I'm just in here just to make it play open. The Rescue Package, some of the best people you can ever find. I've been serving with the Rescue Package Foundation about 2010, 2011. We're doing a great job in just taking care of our nation, taking care of our kids. You understand? For me, it was just a connection that I had with the foundation. I realized that everything that they say that they're going to do, they do. They're credible, and that's why I serve the Rescue Package Foundation.
We have a breakfast program because we have students that when they get here in the morning, there's no breakfast, and that follows them through the day. They're a little tired, they're a little dreary, and the energy level is low. We have a breakfast program at the Rescue Package Foundation. Needs to that. Since the breakfast program has started, what we found is that the number of students that benefit, we're talking about over 80 students benefiting from breakfast. More of them are coming out early, the grades are lifting, the involvement in school has become better because of just some breakfast in the morning.
We want to let them understand that they have the same opportunity like any child, that doesn't matter where they're from, and that they're surrounding this team what happens to them where they end up in life, that they can do great once they have that determination and once they have God at the center of their lives, and they can do great things. Alright, okay, so Bible Aces. Yeah, I remember we were doing God Fridays, because that was like one of Reverend Grandmark's ideas. What we did, we got some artists to come into the area I think it was the last Friday or first Friday, but we did some ministers to come in and they would minister to people, and that was awesome. And then eventually we said, alright, so we have ministered to parents. Yeah. We recognize that once you're an adult, it's hard for us to change the way you see things. So we said, let's do Bible Aces. I remember going to my pastor and talking to him about it, and he said, that's a good idea. We believe that children have a way of changing their parents or teaching them. I have 2 boys and they have taught me a whole lot. And so I believe that the children are able to influence their parents. And we say, okay then, guys, let's do the Bible Aces and let's try to pour into the children, and the children will be able to pour back into the parents. We had Auntie Maureen who introduced some Bible lessons, and then we had Leon Hilton being the head of it now, who run the Bible lessons, and trust me, it is awesome. The children are eager. We have up to 80 children sometimes coming from Majestic Gardens, and they are very excited. It's exciting to watch them, trust me, and very fulfilling just to see these children, because you know you have a lot of hopelessness in those communities, like I can't do this, I can't do that, everything is I can't, because they just feel that they're less than. We don't want our children to believe that they're less than. They can do all things through Christ who gives them strength. And so we teach them that, and when we teach them that, it would be amazing to see how these kids come and they want to lead worship, you know, and they want to take part in this and in that, and it will raise their level of awareness of who they are. We know that we can only start a little at a time. We're starting in Majestic Gardens and surrounding areas, and we believe that with God all things are possible.
The reason I decided to be a part of the Rescue Package Foundation is because I have a great desire to help people. That is a part of my purpose. If I'm not helping others, then I feel as if I'm not existing. What the Rescue Package Foundation does is that we look around us for the people who have a heart for what it is that we do.
Anytime you see a liberation flyer or any Rescue Package Foundation initiative, just come out in thousands. Blessings.
We have developed relationships because at the end, outside of relationships, we're able to strengthen anything that we do. We have a set of committee members first and foremost, support each other. We pray together. We don't only ask them to serve, but we are involved in each other's lives. And so we have formed a relationship. We have Annette. We have Wade. We can't let us not forget Wade because Wade is a workaholic of the Rescue Package Foundation, and this is how we would extend that to the rest of the volunteers that come on board, because when they do come, they see how we live.
Me personally, Rescue Package Foundation is like family to me. They are my team, my prayer warriors. They are strongly supporting Chosen. We just love them.
Love in action.
Yeah. And so they're drawn to that.
And so they follow suit.
Yeah. And so we involve them in stuff too. If we're gonna have a little hangout time, some of our volunteers every now and again we also serve them. So they're able to benefit not just by coming to do stuff, but by the effectiveness of what we preach. You remember the first time we were introduced to Caring Basics?
Yes, it was Michelle who told us about she actually had a friend who was teaching there at the time.
Yeah.
So like, we're not doing
Sure, we need to get some
we really
stuff
need
done.
to
Yes,
go down and see
true.
what that was about.
And then I remember one day we went and each of them made a room. OMG, and we said, and then they had a little drum washing their hands. Remember?
Yes.
One little dirty one.
In fact,
And I was like,
it was the
and the
bathroom that we tackled first.
I'm like, oh my
It was the
God.
bathroom
Yes,
that we
I would say,
tackled
all right
first.
then,
Yeah.
we're going to do the bathrooms with
Yeah.
what we, what we had, what we raised, and we
Right.
put in a boys and girls bathroom. I remember that year, which was 2011, to kind of get the artists to understand what it is we do, and then see if they could buy into that vision.
Yes.
It just came to me to call Ryan. He was very interested from the very first year we did it. He was very supportive. And I remember talking to him for like an hour, telling him all the problems that we had at Caring Basics. I remember when they came down.
His wife was there, I decided that yes, this is it. This is to committing it to the Lord and ask Him to help us along the way.
Yeah. I believe that corporate sponsors should get involved in supporting the Rescue Package Foundation, because we help to make this nation a better place for us to live. Now, it may not be on a large scale, but Rome was never built in a day. So everything takes a process and it takes a time. I do believe if it is that you ever watch the news and you're looking at the deplorable state that the schools are in, the conditions of our nation, then you should be interested in wanting changing that. Maybe you don't have the time to do it, but we do, and we want you to help us to do that. So we want to encourage our sponsors to help us to make a difference in
I totally
education.
agree with Simone. We do need sponsors to help us in what we do because we are unable to do these things on our own. So we really, really, really call upon, corporate Jamaica to help us in our varying projects that we do here at the Rescue Package Foundation. Your help is necessary. It is needed to help to continue to make a difference in the lives of our children in this nation. It just gives such great pleasure to serve in this way because of that passion that we have for people.
Because if it is that we're complaining about what's happening in our nation, why can't we be the change to our nation?